The root cause of a problem. There is a mentality in Nigeria that we have, and then there's also the confusion between equality and equity. The perception in the Nigerian male psyche, when you talk about equality, is that you're trying to do my job as a man. You're trying to take over my responsibility as a man. You're trying to take all the opportunities I have as a man. So that gap, that disconnect of feeling threatened by the conversation of equality for men and women is something we need to address. In other words, we need to clarify for our gender, the men and the women who are listening to us here, because media literacy is very important. Equality is about opportunities. It's about your status as a person. It's about your rights. That's equality. So you as a man, you have a right to job. A woman also has a right to job. There are opportunities. In politics, a man is easily picked and mentored even when he has no experience. If you can extend that to a man, you should extend that to a woman. Don't say because she's inexperienced, so therefore she's not qualified, because you don't do that to a man who is inexperienced. Instead, you say, we can mentor him. He will learn along the way. And then we talk about rights. Right here is in conversation of, as a human being, you are born free. You are born with inalienable rights to, one, the choices you make, where you're going to live, the money you're going to earn, that power to be able to negotiate it and accept it for that as well. But we also need to look at the fundamentals of how do we get to the point where we realize that it is not a competition. Equality is not a competition. Equality is about understanding that you have rights as a human being, you have opportunities as a human being, and you're not a second-class citizen in your country. We see how this plays out, for example, when a woman wants to have a husband, and you now tell her that unless, for example, applying for a visa or going overseas, we see that in northern Nigeria. So we have inherently a cultural, misogynistic, patriarchal mindset that tells a woman you are a second-class citizen, you need the permission of your husband. So in a way, culture, tradition, and religion has subjugated women as lower second-class citizens. And as a human being, you will fight that. Imagine the reverse were the case. That maybe even in Ghana that is matriarchal, right, in nature, you don't see that kind of, intensity of fight compared to Nigeria that is patriarchal. Instead, what you see is that you understand that because of the culture and the respect for woman, for bringing birth to life, every man came through a woman. Every single man came to a woman. So understanding the spirituality of that is very important. And we need to just give it respect and not demean it. That's on the one side. That's matriarchy for you. Then you talk about patriarchy, where misogyny in northern Nigeria, because I am also part of what I do, I'm also an investigative journalist. The last time I did an investigative piece throughout this period, right, when I observed the gender-based violence, what is driving it, and I was opportune by the Police Center in the USA, recognized for this work, was that I discovered that if a religion teaches a man that a woman has a right to be beaten by her husband in the name of discipline, what you have done is you have enabled a society where a man feels, I am above you, I have the right to beat you, I will discipline you according to my terms because my religious belief tells me that I have the right to do that. Now you explore that. Yeah.